You're breathing, but is your body here? Most people think fear is the enemy. They try to silence it, suppress it, escape it, as if fear was some kind of flaw instead of a message. But Carl Jung didn't see fear that way. He believed fear was a portal, a coded whisper from the unconscious, a signal that your psyche is trying to protect something sacred inside you. The problem isn't fear. The problem is forgetting how to listen to it, especially through the one place that never lies, your body. When fear arises, you don't just think it. You breathe it. You hold it in your chest. You tighten your jaw. You freeze or flee or dissociate. But Jung knew what we've forgotten, that your body is not betraying you. It's speaking for the parts of you that can't yet speak for themselves. So if something in you feels this, if your body is nodding even before your mind agrees, pause, breathe, and stay with this video. Because what you're about to remember might be the first step to finally coming home to your body and letting fear become your guide, not your jailer. If that speaks to you, leave a like now, not for me, but for the part of you that's ready to stop running and start listening. Let's begin. Fear is not a malfunction. It's not proof that you're weak, broken, or unspiritual. It's the most ancient form of intelligence your body carries. A language older than thought, older than speech, older even than memory. Before your mind could form beliefs, before your ego had something to protect, your body already knew how to sense danger. But here's the twist. Not all danger is physical. And most of the time, your fear isn't warning you about death. It's warning you about disconnection. Carl Jung saw fear as symbolic. It's never just about the external threat. It's about what the fear represents inside you. A part of the unconscious that hasn't been integrated. A shadow emotion buried long ago. An instinct that wasn't allowed to be heard. But in modern life, we treat fear like a glitch. We numb it. We override it. We try to outthink it. And by doing that, we miss the message. Fear isn't asking you to run. It's asking you to notice, to feel, to become aware of the forgotten parts of yourself that still carry tension, still hold their breath, still brace for a threat that no longer exists. When you feel fear rise, before you analyze it or shame it, ask, what is this fear protecting? And what if that part of me just wants to feel safe again? Because maybe fear is not the wall. Maybe it's the doorway. At first, flight was survival. A tiger, a fire, a sudden noise in the dark. Your body reacted before your mind could name it. Run, hide, escape. But something changed. The threats became invisible. Now they look like criticism, abandonment, a raised eyebrow, a childhood wound reopened by an adult voice. And still, your body runs. But not through the forest, not with your legs. Now it runs with your mind. Into distraction, into overthinking, into silence when you wanted to speak. This is no longer instinct, it's a learned reflex, a habit of psychological flight. Carl Jung called this avoidance of growth resistance to individuation. Not because the ego is evil, but because it's afraid. Afraid that healing means losing control. Afraid that truth will hurt more than illusion. So we flee. We flee connection. We flee stillness. We flee the breath that could bring us back. And the tragedy? We think we're being rational. We say, it's not the right time. I need to feel more ready. But it's not logic. It's fear, wearing the mask of reason. So pause for a moment. Ask yourself, where do I flee when I feel too much? Into my phone? Into work? Into pretending I'm fine? Because the real instinct your body craves is not flight, but return. Return to safety, to embodiment, to presence. And that starts with noticing you've been running so you can choose, finally,
to stop. You were never meant to escape your body, and yet so many do, by living in the mind, escaping into thought, numbing sensation. The body is inconvenient, they say. It cries, it aches, it remembers. But Jung didn't see the body as a problem. He saw it as a portal, a sacred mirror of the unconscious. When words fail, the body speaks. Through tension, through insomnia, through that tightness in your chest you can't explain. The body doesn't invent your suffering, it reveals it. And here's what
you didn't mean to forget. You didn't choose to disconnect. It happened slowly. 1,000 small moments when being present felt unsafe. 1,000 quiet teachings that said, don't feel too much. Don't trust your body. Don't stop. And so you adapted. You ran. You performed. You survived. But now, maybe survival isn't enough. Carl Jung believed that healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were, before the fear, before the flight, before the world told you to abandon your body to be loved. And what you forgot wasn't just a technique, or a breathing pattern, or a meditation trick. You forgot that your body is part of your soul, not a vehicle, not a burden, but a living expression of your unconscious. And when you reject it, you reject your deepest truth. But when you return, even for one breath, even for one gentle, I'm here, your system begins to settle. Fear relaxes, the flight slows, the messages get clearer. The body doesn't need perfection, it needs presence. It doesn't ask for answers, it asks for attention. So here's the quiet miracle. You don't have to fight the fear. You don't have to fix the body. You just have to come back again and again and again. Because everything you've been running from is simply waiting to be met with love. What if the fear you've been trying to silence is actually your body asking for reconnection? What if your most chaotic moments aren't signs that you're broken, but invitations to come home? Carl Jung didn't teach us to destroy our darkness. He showed us how to hold it, how to be with it, until it reveals its meaning. So now I'll ask you, and not your mind, but the quieter part of you. When do you notice yourself fleeing your body? What fear has been speaking through your breath lately? And what might shift if you just stayed a little longer and listened?
Let your response be simple. One word, one feeling. Leave it in the comments if you're open to sharing. Your story may be the mirror someone else needs today. If this video brought even one breath of clarity, click like. Not for the algorithm, but as a small ritual of return. And if you're ready to explore deeper, there are 2 videos on your screen right now. Each one a step closer to remembering what your body, your fear, and your unconscious have been waiting so patiently to show you. Choose one, follow the thread, and I'll meet you there.